So technology innovation, so India should be at the top 50 countries in the top 50 countries in the Global Innovation Index by 2022-23. And Global Innovation Index is released by INSEAD. It is released by INSEAD and World Intellectual Property Organization (WIPO). WIPO. So they have released Global Innovation Index, so India has to reach in the top 50 countries. And our scientific research institution should be amongst the top 100 in the world. At least five scientific institutions should be top 100 in the world. And India should spend at least 2% of the GDP on research and development. At least 2% of GDP should be developed, should be spent on research and development. And with equal contribution should be from public and private partnership. The public and private sector both should contribute in the GDP, should contribute to the research and development. So recognize crucial role of the technology innovation, economic development. India's policy making have taken several initiatives to promote science, technology, and innovation. So various schemes have been launched to attract nurture, and retain young researchers and women scientists in the field of scientific research. Some important achievements if we see these are 1971 what happened Department of Science and Technology established finally. They promote basic research via research and funding scheme, for example, SIR, that is Science and Engineering Research Board and other in-house program. Autonomous institution under DST, Department of Science and Technology were set up. Now science and technology were brought under the together with the science and technology. So the 2003 there was science and technology that brought together all the things related to science and technology. 2016 they launched Atal Innovation Mission to promote innovation in the country, innovation ecosystem in the country. 2000 National Innovation Foundation was set up to fund the grassroots innovation. 2013 Science and Technology Innovation Policy was formulated in 2013. Science and Technology Policy was formulated. So India has become a major destination for outsourced research and development activities. Means many countries outsource their research and development activities to India. And we have currently more than 1,100 research and development centers set up by multinational companies such as IBM, Google, Microsoft, Intel, Lupin, and WorkHard. These research and development centers cover areas include information technology, communication technologies, and biotechnology, aerospace, automobile, chemical, and material technology. So India relatively strong intellectual property regime will facilitate its emergence as a major R&D sector. So India should have relatively strong intellectual property regime. So what India needs is a strong intellectual property regime. So Indian scientists have been forefront for some global groundbreaking work. A recent contribution by the Indian scientists to the frontier research and technology have been increasing. For example, 37 Indians scientists from the 9 Indian institutions played a key role in the discovery of the gravitational waves that received Physics Nobel Prize in 2017. So 37 Indian scientists were also involved in the discovery of the gravitational waves. So Indian scientists also contributed to the discovery of the neutron star and LIGO USA, that is Laser Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory USA. Indian scientists were involved in that, were contributed to the discovery of the neutron star merger as a laser interferometer gravitational wave observatory. So development of the BrahMos, advanced air defense supersonic interception diverse missile. So it is a supersonic interceptor missile, BrahMos, and rocket system, remotely piloted vehicle, and light combat aircraft. So this is all we developed. So the development of BrahMos, advanced air defense supersonic interceptor missile and diverse missile rocket system, remote piloted vehicles, light combat aircraft, the brilliant example of the India's progress in the strategic and defense technologies. So we also need to focus more on strategic and defense technology. India now ranks among the handfuls of nations that has credible capability in the field of space technology. India has a credible capabilities in the field of space technology. The upgrading of the SLV to ASLV and then PSLV to GSLV. The first moon orbiter project, Chandrayaan 1 Mars orbiter mission, and the recent simultaneous launch of 104 satellites are India's significant achievements. India is now the third largest country in terms of the number of the startup, and this number is expected to rise exponentially in the coming year. The government has set up the Atal Innovation Mission to transform radically innovation, entrepreneurship, and startup ecosystem in the country. While India has improved in most of the years technology, it is necessary to recognize challenges that we need to overcome to become an innovation-led society. So, what is the purpose of Atal Innovation Mission? To transform radically the innovation, entrepreneurship, and startup ecosystem in the country. So, while India has improved in most of the areas of technology, it is necessary to recognize challenges that we need to overcome to become an innovation-led society. So, this can be addressed in a conclusion that while India has improved in most of the areas of the technology, it is necessary to recognize the challenges that we need to overcome to become an innovation-led society. So we see constraints. So there is a low research and development expenditure, especially from the private sector. So there's a private sector, there's a very low research and development expenditure. Is a key challenge to facing innovation ecosystem in India. The research and development statistic released by National Science and Technology Management Information System. So you must remember this name. The latest research and development statistic that is released by National Science Technology Management Information System of the Department of Science and Technology shows that research and development in India is triple in the period 2004 5 2040-50. It cites a percentage of GDP. Although it is triple, but as a percentage of GDP remains 0.7%. So only 0.7% we spend in research and development. So it is very less compared to 2% and 1.2% by China. So 2% by China and 1.2% by Brazil. It is very low than that. Countries like Israel, they spend around 4.3% of their GDP to the research and development. Furthermore, the share of the private sector in the research and development most technologically advanced countries is as high as 65% and 75%, but India is only about 30% in India. In some countries, the share of the private sector research and development is only 30% in India. In other countries, it is like 65% to 75%. So the number of the scientific research and development professionals in India, 218 per million population, is digressively low as compared to China. It's like 1,000 and for US it's 4,000. The link between research and higher education industry is weak in essence, which is important. Whatever we study in the college and the link between the research is very weak and in essence. The link between research and higher education industry is very weak and essence. It needs to be strengthened and put on platform. Our education system is not so focused on cultivating scientific temperament at an early age. So even in the later stages of an inspiring scientist career, the lack of career opportunity is the basic science leads to the diversion of potential researchers to the outwarding sector. So there is no much no much career opportunity in the basic science. That's why people leave the profession and they go to other sectors, other rewarding sectors. So left to the land time is too long. Renowned public foundations like Council of Scientific and Industrial Research and DRDO and Bhava Atomic Research Center and Indian Council of Medical Research and Indian Council of Agriculture Research and there is a ISRO and Indira Gandhi Center for Atomic Research along with the prominent universities across the country have developed many frontline technology. So they have developed many frontline technologies. However, the rate of transfer of these technology to industry is also the rate of transfer of the technology to the industry and for social benefits is very low. So we must remember, although these some of the institutions like India CSIR, DRDO, BAC, ICMR, ICR, ISRO, and IGCAR, they have developed some of the technologies, frontline technologies. However, the rate of transfer of these technologies from the industry to the industry and for the social benefits is very low. Adoption of indigenous innovation by the industry is not encouraging. So do not focus on indigenous innovation. They do not encourage it. Frequent violation of the preferential market access is an issue. So there is a violation of preferential market access, an issue leading to a large-scale imports of foreign products and services. So the public procurement system is heavily biased in the favor of experienced and established product and technology. So public procurement they only buy from Its experienced and established product in technology is strongly discouraged. So discourage new and innovative technology offered by the startup who do not get much needed support from the government procurement. So that's why government has launched government e-marketplace. Government e-marketplace. And government e-marketplace has been developed by technical support of Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. So they have developed government e-market portal, and it can they can procure both goods and services through this portal. And the Ministry of Commerce and Industry has launched it. So it is developed by Ministry of Electronics and Technology and is launched by Ministry of Commerce and Industry. And there is poor progress in the development of deployment of the affordable technologies for rural areas. Deployment of the affordable technologies in the rural areas, particularly in the agricultural processes and micro irrigation. So what's the way forward? That is, a power body is needed to steer holistically management of the science in the country, and its scope will include science education, scientific research, as well as coordinating and guiding various science initiatives. Proposed body will help in pursuing interministerial interdisciplinary research beside breaking silos amongst various scientific departments and agencies. So what is this is silo breaking silos. Silos क्या होता है कि is a system or process department that operates in isolation from other. मतलब सारे जो डिपार्टमेंट है आइसोलेशन में काम कर रहे हैं तो उसको ब्रेक कर देंगे. तो आइसोलेशन है उसको ब्रेक कर देंगे and various department will work together. So pursuing interministerial. So we focus on interministerial means one department should ministry, one should interact with other ministry. Pursuing interministerial interdisciplinary research beside breaking silos. Silos means wall among the various scientific departments and agencies. There should be coordination among various scientific departments and agencies. The major weakness of the public funded research and development technology institutions like CSIR, BARC, DRDO, ISRO are their poor marketing skill and information dissemination. So they don't have good market skill and information dissemination. Some measures to enhance the technology commercialization by public funded institutions are given below. So we have to enhance the technology commercialization by public funding institution. For example, in the case of ISRO, we have established Antariksh and New Space Center, New India Space Limited Center. So value addition centers can be set up in each of these institutions for upscaling technologies, improving technologies from the technology readiness level 4 to 6, 7, demonstrating industrial skill pilot production, coordinating with investors to incubate entrepreneurs, and bridging the gap between industry and technology development teams, enabling formal technology transfer, enabling commercialization and marketing, providing technology support during production. So Department of Science and Technology should create a national technology data bank in coordination with the all publicly funded research and development institutions, and this will provide a central database for technologies that are ready for the deployment and under development. Public funded research institutions should consider shifting their focus on the development and the deployment of socially relevant technologies in areas like clean water, sanitation, energy, affordable healthcare, organic farming, etc. These technologies have large potential for commercialization, and measures related to the government procurement are given below. In the government procurement, international competitive bidding for both the products and services should be resorted to only when Indian manufacturers are unable to supply products. So international competitive bidding should happen only when Indian manufacturers are unable to supply products and services of the comparable international quality, and this will promote Make in India initiative. And quarterly workshop may be organized for creating awareness among the public procurement managers of various industry department, governance, CPSUs, public procurement order 2017. So quarterly workshop may be organized for creating awareness for the procurement managers of various departments, ministry, and so quarterly workshop should be organized for creating awareness about the procurement among the procurement managers. Okay. And about the DIPP public procurement order of 2017, and this DIPP Department of Promotion of Industry and Indian Trade that focus on the public procurement by the so that focus on the public procurement and it aims to promote Make in India product and services. To adopt innovation technology, expert scientific practitioners should be mandatory include on board committees related to the government procurement. So in the government procurement act, it is related to innovation technologies and to the practitioners. We need to mandatory include in the boards and committees, and there should be documents which should include a suitable clause in this regard. In order to promote procurement of goods and services developed by Indian startup, preference in the technological evolution could be provided to them. So, to promote procurement of goods and services developed by Indian startup, preference in technical evaluation could be provided to them. We should provide the preference in the technical evaluation to promote the procurement of goods and services by Indian startups. To bring vibrancy of frugal innovation and non-lapsable district innovation fund with a corpus of amount 2 crore in each district may be created, used to promote grassroots innovation. So, district innovation fund should be there, like that, of about 2 crore to promote the grassroots innovations. And AIM, the Atal Innovation Mission, had already launched Atal New India challenges in partnership with the five ministries to create product from the technology and prototypes in the area of national importance. So this is a good initiative. They have launched Atal New India challenges, and in its partnership with the five ministries, they will create products and technology from technologies and prototypes in the areas of national importance such as solid waste management, water waste management, as well as road and rail transport. These, along with the Atal Incubation Center, will also provide a platform for promoting frugal innovation. Frugal innovation means related to money. So it will also promote frugal innovation. So more such challenges will be launched in partnership with the ministry, and support will be provided by this ministry to adopt resultant innovation. So support will be provided to the ministry. Atal Innovation Mission has set up 1,000 Atal Tinkering Lab in the country covering around 625 districts. So it's 625 districts, 1,000 Atal Tinkering Lab has been established. In one district, there's more than 2 Atal Tinkering Lab, and it's aimed to take the number 5,000. So we must establish 5,000 by 2019 and 10,000 by 2020. And further expansion will be considered based on the outcome of the first phase. The outcome is good, then further expansion will be done, like 1,000 already established. Then they will establish 2019 5,000 and 2020 10,000. And the further expansion will depend on the outcome of the first phase. To promote entrepreneurship in the startup, Atal Innovation Mission support AICs across the country, including in Tier 1, even including in the Tier 2 and Tier 3 locations. And this includes existing and new incubation sector. It's expected that 100 world-class incubation sector will be set up running by 2020. Foreign collaboration consultant visiting facilities, adjunct scientists need to be involved in pursuing research and development in emerging areas of basic sciences such as nanotechnology, stem cell research, astronomy, genetics, next generation genomics, drug discovery, etc. Department of Science and Technology, in collaboration with the Indian Mission Abroad, may identify disciplines with foreign experts who can collaborate with Indian scientists to take the basic research in the area to the next level. The Higher Education Commission, once set up, may consider giving credit for the innovation startup. So they consider the Higher Education Commission can fund the innovation startup, and also setting up online entrepreneurship development course in the college and university. So there should be online entrepreneurship development courses. This is very important point that in higher education institution, college and university, there should be online entrepreneurial development courses. So the job taker can become the job giver. If we talk about WIPO, World Intellectual Property Organization, have launched in Cornell University and INSEAD. So World Innovation Index has launched by WIPO, the Cornell University and INSEAD.